And welcome to another day of Car Musings, folks. Thanks for tuning in. I'm your host, Matt Morgan. How are you doing today? How are you today? What's shaking and all that fun stuff? And are you, whatever, keeping your integrity in check? That is the question we all need to know because that's important. Domino effect, my friends. You influence others around you, lead the example, all that fun stuff. Anyways, what am I going to share with you today, my kind folks? First of all, thank you very much for tuning in. For the one or two of you that actually do, appreciate you, love you for it. It's all good. I'm here for your amusement, your entertainment, and hopefully your information that you might find of use. Or maybe you'll come to realize that your life's not so bad, if anything. Anyways, what do I got to share for you today? Well, the eternal struggle keeps going on over 2 years now. Uh, you know, it's it's been fun. It's been fun. I've learned a lot, though. I've learned a lot, dealing with a lot. You know, uh, it's excuse my tinfoil hat, my state of paranoia, but I still feel I'm being haunted by those who wish to see me fail. But fuck them. If I don't get them in this lifetime, I'll get back at them in the next. I will tell you that. So what am I going to share with you today? Well, you should throw some congratulations and be like, hey, Matt Morgan, why? Well, here's the thing. I am now a corporation. Yes, I am, folks. I am now a corporation because what else have I not done? What else have I not done in this bullshit struggle for the last 2 years? I have tried everything under the fucking sun, and nothing's working, right? And I'm not taking it up the ass or sucking dick to get the jobs like some people do. So, still keeping my integrity, still keeping my head on check and, on straight and all that stuff like that. But, I got hit with a few proposals recently. And, yeah, me and my better half kind of sat down and discussed it. And we're like, well, all right, this kind of makes sense. Yeah, it was kind of interesting. I was offered a gig, but uh, there was like the corporated version and then there's the uncorporated version. And I'll be damned. Holy crap. Like, companies want to take $50 a day from you for doing shit all on top of the commission, their cut they're already making on the actual contract. And it's like, I don't think so. Thank you very much. Please come again. Because think about it. I could do $300 to get the starting on being a corporation or pay them $50 a day. Why don't I just take 6 days of the money I'm making them richer on and put it into myself? So I said, hey, what the hell? Yeah. Yay. I'm now a corporation. Grr. Let's see how well this pans out for me on top of everything else that I've done. Holy snapping arseholes, my friends. Now, holy snapping arseholes. What's fucking next, you know? What's fucking next? As I still stay on the right side of the border and the right side of the law, how much more do I gotta do to friggin' make a friggin' dime? Honestly. Honestly. And still keep my. I mean, I've already swallowed my pride. I've already put myself out there on so many different levels. But what else do you gotta friggin' do as a white middle-aged fucking male? Like seriously, we've become like everybody's evil for some reason. Everybody like seriously, fucking grow up and friggin' get to the modern times. We are not the bad guy, right? But many have made us out to be. I think it's swinging the other way. I think they're coming to realize how important we actually are. But it's going to be a snail's crawl getting back there. So, anyways, I'm like, what else do I have to do to make an honest day's living? Honestly, with some level of dignity and pride still, after everything else I've had to swallow and endure, it's like, holy shit, you know? Like, freaking break out the KY and fucking the knee pads because that looks like the next stage. But, I'm sorry, Alex. Not going to happen anytime soon, my friend, as much as you keep wishing it. Yeah, it's just fucking crazy. Just fucking crazy. I don't know. I don't friggin' know, man. It's just one of those things where, what's the next thing? As Mike Muir would say, fuck, you can't bring me down. And that's true. You can't bring me down. It's not fucking happening. You keep trying, but I'm digging my heels. You got to remember, though, eh? I mean, that's one thing that, my longtime listeners will fucking remember. Dude, I've already been kicked in the dirt. I've already been shit on. I've already been the underdog. This is fucking nothing. If anything, I got endurance. If you did this to Mr. Popularity back in grade school, holy shit, they would have crumbled within the first freaking week. But you got to remember, you're dealing with me, who's like the survival generation, Gen X. You're dealing with somebody that's been the underdog, that's been shit on, that's been fucking kept down. You know, already had that practice at a young age. So if you're absolutely shocked I endure this long, fuck, you're just fucking stupid. That's what I'm thinking. I'm just fucking, you're just, yeah, you know. Oh yeah, by the way, the F bomb is everyday language now. Supposedly in polite society, I can't speak. Supposedly in polite society, the F bomb is just an everyday freaking word now. Even mainstream media. I mean, shit. What happened to our sense of class, decorum, and sophistication? No, it doesn't exist anymore. Everything's on the table, even the F bomb. So if you're wondering why you've seen my vocabulary change, it's just, you know, I've adopted the whole philosophy is if you can't beat them, join them. And that's kind of where I'm at, you know, having to join them, not really having much of an option, kind of have to join them because, you know, what else do I got going on? You know what I'm saying? What else do I got going on? So, anyways, so yeah, that's the new thing. Now I'm a corporation. Fuck. Jesus. I don't see how well that benefits me. I don't know what the next stage is going to be, but I'm running out of friggin' options, my friends. I'm running out of options. Something's got to pan out because I don't know what's going to be freaking next beyond this point. But hey, I'm open to ideas, so by all means, keep those emails, comments, DMs, all that fun stuff like that. Just keep bringing them in. Keep bringing them in. I still want more ideas if you have any. By all means, throw them my way because, yeah, I've even entertained going back to the security field because that seems to be a little more in demand now for your people that look like me, your Caucasians, your Caucasian males. At least we are still appreciated in certain fields, so that's good. So it's a good thing I'm gonna just dust off my security officer's license and go, hey, here I am, your rocket queen. Yeah, I don't know. As I said, eggs, bunch of baskets. I'm going for it all over the place, all over the place. Oh, fuck a duck. And when something finally freaking starts getting some traction, I'm going to be sitting back going, all right, now, who do we focus our targets on? That's the next thing. That's the next thing. Yeah, folks, that's it. That's the next thing. I don't let sleeping dogs lie. I mean, yeah, there's some there's some mutts in the yard that have been freaking causing shit. And so it's time to, you know, turn around and focus on them. Because it's either now or later. It's either, I completely bottom out altogether and then do it, or, I rebuild, keep my damn family. Yes, my family. That's my motivation. Keep them, you know, on top again, and then, swing around to start looking at the causes of the shit and then dealing with that. So, either way, you know, there is a bill to be paid, and I'm going to be the bill collector. That's it. Oh my god, I don't want to go through this again. I can't afford to go through this again. Not at my age. Not at my age. I've been through this enough of my life. I don't need to keep going through it. But this last one, holy crap. Not so much fun later on in life. When you're younger, not so hard because you're like, at least you have the luxury of time. But when you start getting on in age, it's like, forget about it. You just not happening. Not happening. It's really, really difficult to get back on in the saddle when you're like north of 50. Like it's almost cruel. It's almost like inhumane to want to do that to somebody. In your 20s, oh fuck, you're like a bouncing ball. You can get away with it all. You can do it all. You can recover easily enough. Yeah, it's not fun at all, I tell you. But anyways, all that being aside, I'm not going to sweat it. Tables are turning. I'm happy about this. And how is everybody's life going on your end of things? Tables turning on yours. Have you learned anything from my experiences? As I'm hoping that any tidbits of information that I provided and put out there over all these episodes have been beneficial to you in some way or another. Um, I'm pretty sure it has been to those dickheads trying to hold me down. They're looking at it as, okay, there's a point of weakness. Let's attack that. But the actual good people that listen to my podcast, hey, I hope something that my experiences or my knowledge or anything else that I passed on over the last 100 plus episodes has been beneficial to you, if not only amusing, but if it's been beneficial to you and helped you out in your life, I'm happy to hear it. I would love to hear success stories. I would love to hear whether or not you swung back around. Send me an email or DM. By all means, themadmorgan.com. You can contact me there via our contact form or via social medias, but I generally just answer stuff on the website. Yeah, I would love to hear it. I'm hoping it has. You know, I'm hoping it has because I'm a strong believer in helping those that need help, supporting the underdog. I am a strong believer of that. I've never been one for the popularity contest. Been there, done that. Not my cup of tea, but on the same token, I'm not going to support the loud, obnoxious fucking people in the room. I'm going to support the ones that are struggling to just try to freaking keep their head above water. You know, and it's a shame for some of us. Like I've been there where I've had to fluff my own feathers like a peacock to try to promote myself because promote yourself. You just have to once in a while. If people are not in your corner, but it's kind of one of those tough situations, right? Because you know I remember a manager of mine that said to me that I strut around and fluff my feathers like a peacock, showing off and stuff like that. So I switched gears and started promoting other people and getting them promoted and getting them job promotions and position promotions and all this shit like that. So I took her advice. I stopped promoting myself because she mentioned something about it. And I'm like, all right, fine, I'll stop promoting myself. I promoted other people and fucked myself out of a job. Really. I still respect that woman. I do. But you know, I don't know. There's a fine line of fluffing your own feathers, and then another fine line about fluffing other people up to promote themselves. So just find a figured way to promote yourself without seeming so arrogant, and go that direction. But still, I don't know. I've heard a train of thought recently that you should go in, be quiet, keep your head down, all that stuff like that. I don't know, man. That just bugs me. The idea of just being somebody's stepping stone, but maybe that's my problem. Maybe that's my problem. You know, maybe next time around, just be the stepping stone, but secretly, you know, think otherwise. Fuck, people and friggin' lights. Um, I don't know. That's probably a topic for another show. It probably is a topic for another show because it's really hard to figure that part out. But anyway, that I sort of went on a little tangent there. Anyways, I'm hoping to help some people out there. I'm hoping in my experience has been, helping out. Um, yeah, I've been tempted through some of my episodes to call out names, but I really shouldn't have to. I mean, the people that, and I'm pretty sure you feel the same way. The people that have done you wrong, um, you have that checklist in your head, and I don't have to really call out names here. Those that know that they fucked around are gonna find out, and that's just one thing that you can't let slide. Some people are just let it go, move forward. I'm like, how can I let it go and move forward when it's not just me that's affected, and not just you that gets affected. If you have other people in your lives that rely on you, and they're affected by what others are trying to do to you as a personal vendetta, then you also got to think about that, right? It's other people that are involved. So if anything, you're going to bat for them. So in your neck of the woods, keep that in mind too. Don't let anybody keep you under their thumb. Don't let anybody hold you down. Now you're gonna have to give a little bit in the sense that if you don't, you're gonna still be held down. So you kind of have to submit a little because until you are the powers that be, you're still going to be subjected to powers that be, right? So what I suggest, finalizing on this episode, is put yourself in a position, whatever you do in life, to be the decision maker. Okay, be the decision maker. That's my advice. Be the decision maker. Put yourself in that position to be the decision maker. That's important. Because if you can be the decision maker, then nobody else is going to be able to control what you do, and go from there. So always be in a position of power, but not violence, not that kind of stupidity, not kind of this earned, you think you've earned it because you scared the crap out of somebody friggin' type mentality. No, 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 no. Actually earned respect, earned position, earned whatever. Do that, earn the respect by the proper ways, and go that route. Okay, like do it the right way. Put yourself in a position of power that nobody can topple you over, because you're gonna get jealousy. You are, and I'll tell you from my own experiences. Yeah, I've been in that position. I've been in that position. Tons of jealous SOBs I've had to deal with over the years. Um, and you're gonna contend with that. You're gonna have people that are going to be jealous of your qualities, your skills, your abilities, all that stuff like that, and want to see you fail. So build a little bit of resilience while you're building your position. And if somebody comes along and says tone it down, no, don't tone it down. Why would you tone it down? Like, it doesn't make sense to tone it down. You know, I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I shared that experience with the manager that told me to stop peacocking and everything else. You know what? I'm actually sorry I did stop peacocking, because I promoted other people before myself and put myself in a situation where I shouldn't have ever been in. I gave other people the tools and the power to get above me, and they never remembered what I did for them to put them in their positions that they wanted to be in. So that's kind of frustrating. So if somebody tells you to slow down, that's when you speed up. That's when you should do it. That's when you should pick it up a little. That's when you should move forward. Because somebody's telling you to slow down, it's because you're getting ahead of them. And they don't want that. They don't want that. They feel threatened by you. Don't do that. Reinforce, dig in a little more, keep pushing forward. That's my advice with regards to that. It's funny. There is some truth to the saying, nice guys finish last. Yeah, unfortunately, as much as you think that we evolve as a species, evolve in even our civilization, our so-called civilization, that we would elevate ourselves to the point of recognizing those good people, hence quote unquote the nice guys, um, and pushing them forward. But unfortunately, it's not always the case. I mean, as sad as it is, it's like, being kind and empathetic and everything else is perceived as being a weakness. Well, that's just stupid, in my opinion, right? In my opinion, that's just fucking stupid. Like, why would you perceive that as being a weakness that you should exploit and stamp on? Like, seriously? Like, that's just nuts. That's just nuts. Maybe in another 100 years, maybe in another 100 years that we'll figure it out and get it right and all that stuff like that. So, you know, who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Anyways, all that aside, I've been a bit of a babble session, but honestly, I hope I've helped some of you out there. I really do. I hope that if any of my trials and tribulations have been beneficial to you, I mean that's great. Hey, I'm moving on to this next chapter here of being incorporated now. Like it's a big fucking deal. $300 and some paperwork later, not a big deal. But who knows where this will lead? Maybe this is the next step I need to take. Who knows? Maybe this is the next step. And if it is the next step, great. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait to see what happens. You know, getting beyond this point. What's the next step? What's the next step? Because I think I need to. I think I need to still look out for other options, just like you should on your side of things. Look out for other options. Don't just settle that the next thing is going to be the end all be all. Until you start getting a return, just you got to do something to keep building that foundation, which is going to strengthen you. Ugh, excuse me. So you don't end up where you are again. You don't want that. You don't want that. You don't need that. So keep looking for within yourself. And just because something pans out, it doesn't mean stop the other things. No, 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 no. You want redundancy? Remember, you didn't have the redundancy before. You need the redundancy now. You know, and then hopefully you're laughing uh, in shorter time because you have all those resources working for you, and that way you have options. That's all I'm saying. Anyways, so me and my corporation self are going to go make the most of this and see how it pans out. I'm hoping it's going to pan out. Pretty sure it's going to pan out. But anyways, keep your stick on the ice if you're Canadian. Shoulders up, elbows up, fuck whatever you want to put up. I don't care. Uh, but just keep your integrity in check. Try to make this world a better place. There's a lot of you cocksuckers out there that frankly don't even deserve to be on the space on this planet. But there's a bunch of others that do deserve to be in space on this planet. So, try to figure out which one you are. But that's going to be dictated by a lot more of your actions and a lot more of your fucking hot air bullshit excuses and talk, talk, talk. Back it up with actions because, you know, talk is cheap. So, seriously, back it up with actions. Don't just talk about it. Do it. All right. I'm going to wrap this up a little longer than normal and fuck, my head's all over the place. So many ideas. So many ideas. So many exciting ideas that before I get on another tangent, excuse me as I try to back up in my driveway with my Alki neighbors and their amazing parking job. Sometimes I feel like a full-time proctologist. I'm surrounded by assholes. All right, love you. Thanks for tuning in to this episode of Car Musings. I'm your host, Matt Morgan, and I will see you next episode. Take care till then.